Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. Welcome to another weekly video. Um I have another weekly video out right now, and we have an update on World of Tanks. The Christmas season is over. Um Holiday Ops is done. The regular garage is in place, and if you got the dog, congratulations, he's in there. Trust me. If not, too bad. You lost it. Anyway, starting December, probably end of February, they have something called, they have a small patch that they'll have to update. You're going to get this. Now, this happened after Holiday Ops last year. Ice Age is instead of tossing bullets and shells out of the guns, you're tossing snowballs. I don't exactly know how the damage works. I think it's the same as normal average everyday shells. It's big fun, you know. There's nothing special. It's fun. Um, Ice Age event last year was a lot of fun. I don't know what they're changing this year, but hopefully it's good changes that we can have fun with, and not something that's bad that we're gonna regret. So, with all that said, I would like to get started and show you guys what I'm talking about. So, let's do this. Ice Age you can participate in Ice Age with tiers 8 through 10 and 11. You can earn XP and credits in battles. You can use all types of personal and clan reserves. The XP multipliers for first victory of the day work in this mode. Snowballs and Ice Age battles do not contribute to daily missions or personal missions, but count toward mode progression. Snowballs and Ice Age battles do not award battle pass points. Gold and credits are not added to the gold and credit reserves. Snowballs and Ice Age battles do not yield bonds, except for the event progression rewards. You may play in platoons and are eligible for the respective bonuses if you do. Both submodes feature unique battle modifiers that shake up familiar mechanics and add a fresh new twist to every match. Expect enhanced HE shell effects, unconventional ballistics, tanks sliding across the battlefield, keeps the action fun and unpredictable. They will have the following missions are already available, except they're going to be winter versions. And they're going to have they're going to have normal, maps, but converted over to winter. So all of these are converted maps over the winter scenes. The rewards and progression are as follows. First launch, progression, rewards. Progression, second launch. And post-progression rewards. Okay, with that in mind, let's get started. Now, to jump in another mode, there's a bunch of things you can do now with World of Tanks 2.0. You can either find the mode you want to play right here and click it, or you can click this right here and find what you want to play. World of Tanks 2.0 changed things around a little bit. Not a lot, a little. So, arcade cabinet right here. This is Ice Age. Ice Age is always in the arcade cabinet category. Okay, now. There's snowballs, where your tank throws out snowballs instead of shells. Then you have Ice Age, which is considered the tanks are exactly the same as they were. The only difference is that the mobility is different, which means there's 0 to no grip. You're basically sliding on pure ice, and that's, you have no grip at all. So my suggestion is start out with snowballs and move over to Ice Age little by little. If you're going to play Ice Age, use a heavy tank. If you're going to play snowballs, use a lighter tank. Only try to only use heavy or medium for Ice Age, because weight pushing down on ice will make it easier not to slide all over the place. I had heard that the mechanics that they use are similar. So we're going to find out. Because I'm going to try snowballs. We're going to try snowballs first, and then we're going to jump into Ice Age. We're going to try it and see how it is. Okay, now, snowballs. We're going to want to stick with a tank that we're not grinding. So you're not going to want to pick a grinding tank. Do not pick a main tank. Now it's 8 through 11. So we're going to pick 8, 9, 10, 11. Now we have our tanks that we can play. Now what we're going to do is we're going to choose a tank that is not slow, but it's fast. Not excessively fast, but not a tank that's going to go 1 mile an hour. For example, we're not going to play a tug. A tug would be useless. Ice Age, a tug might work because it's heavy. But snowballs, you need something a little bit faster. So we're looking for something that's swift. How about maybe an old friend of mine would work? This might work. I've been playing this one for a long time. There's a lot of skills on this one. So this might be interesting. Okay, let's give it a shot. Now, the queue is going to be slow because it's not a standard battle. So a lot of people do not want to try this. So the queue times are going to be longer. Just pick a tank and have patience. Pay attention to the amount of tanks that they have out. And if you are within the category of the most tanks, you might want to duck out and choose one of the others. So there's more medium tanks, so we might want to pick a tank destroyer. Let's try that. Okay, let's try this. How about that? Perfect. There you go. Okay, now they have, if you'll notice, if you'll notice here in the middle, there's shells here. Okay. Now, why is there shells when you're throwing snowballs? The reason why is because the shells are what you're firing. What's coming out of the gun looks like a snowball. So nothing in this mode is changing but the look of the shell and how it connects with the tank. Get in the spot, and I'll explain more in a little bit. There is nobody down middle. I might have to duck out. Head down the sides. Now, if you are down middle and there's nobody here, no point in staying. Try to peek and try to scout as best you can. If you don't find anybody here, redirect your tank to a different location. Just wasting time staying here. You need to move. You need to stay active. Okay, there's more people. There's more mediums over here, and there's more heavies over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to move over here because it's shorter. This is going to take us less time to get there. Most likely, they probably already took care of it. This is going to take the least amount of time. Only one heavy tank came this direction? Wow. They made a pretty big mistake, if you ask me. 2 heavy tanks. Okay, there you go. Now, what I don't understand is why are people going north all of a sudden? For decades, everybody went south. All the heavies and mediums went south. Heavies went south, mediums and lights and tank destroyers went north. And light tanks always scouted middle and base. Okay, now we're going to try this mode with a tier tank and see how it does. I use a premium tank. We're going to try this with a tier tank. Of course, the last game was not a good test because we didn't really see that much action. But we are going to play another game with a different tank to see if we can see more action. That map is kind of weird for anything other than heavies. Heavies get see more action. And when you have that map and you're in a heavy, you're going to get more action. Okay, this map. You know one thing about this map. If you are here and below, you are going to go this way. If you are here and above, you are going to go this way. If you are below this mark, you're either going to scout or you're going to somehow hide in the middle and try to scout the middle. or stay on defense. The fact that I'm under the line, I should go this way. That would be appropriate. The fact that I'm under the middle mark means I have to go this way. See the velocity? The shot looks like it went like that. It had a small arc to it. You're going to find that when you're playing snowballs, shots will have very small arc to them. Why? Because you are throwing. So when you're throwing a snowball, your shots do not fire out. Your shots get thrown in an arc. In other words, if you're firing something and there's a very small mountain here, and you aim directly for the other person and there's a mountain away, guarantee you that snowball is going to get thrown over the mountain. That's what this is all about. It's about trajectory of the shells. The shell trajectory is different in this mode. The shell trajectory, instead of going straight like it's supposed to, goes in an arc. So you have to keep that in mind when you're lobbing shots. When you're looking to go for a high-speed shot, do not use gold rounds in this mode, ever. Use HG or AP. Do not, and I repeat again, do not use gold rounds ever in this mode. They do Jack and his friend absolutely nothing. Why? Because the trajectory of the bullets is in an arcing motion. Gold rounds are meant to fly faster and harder. Gold rounds can penetrate and explode. The high explosive rounds and armor penetration rounds. And they have a faster trajectory. So if you use gold rounds, it's almost like wasting money. That's really what it is. That's according to my mentality. Because the snowballs are being thrown in an arcing motion. You're not throwing a snowball straight out, like firing a gun. You're throwing a snowball in an arcing motion. So having a snowball gun is retarded. But if you were to have a snowball gun, it wouldn't go out. If you went out, it would go down quicker. So it would have to arc. In order to get long distance shots, you have to arc it, right? Why? Because you cannot increase the velocity of a snowball. You just can't. You can increase the velocity of a shell, not a snowball. Okay. Bonus to XP. Okay, we're going now that we tried that. We're going to now try. I don't know what the hell that was. We're going to try Ice Age. I want to see what that's like. Now, Ice Age. Ice Age is supposed to be the mobility of the tank. The mobility of driving the tank is going to be significantly changed. How does this work? Basically, when you're driving the tank and you turn, it turns. In the Ice Age mode, if you turn, the rear of the tank skids. Why? Because you have no grip. Even though you have tank treads, it's like you have tires. Ice Age works. Ice Age pretends you have tires on there and not treads. And the tank skids when you move. So naturally, you have to use a heavier vehicle. So this medium tank here is not going to work. We have to use a really big, heavy tank for Ice Age. So we are going to choose a heavy tank, and hopefully that works. Let's see what we do. How about okay, how about this one? This works. This works. We'll play heavy tank. Now, the excessive weight on it from a heavy tank will push down on the ice. And having treads, even though we have treads, the game mechanics of this mode treats the game like we have regular tires on ice. The game mechanics is not treating this game like we have treads. This game mechanics is treating it like we have tires on ice. Naturally, your car is going to fly and skid all over the place. That's the way Ice Age works. Your ability to steer becomes significantly reduced. So you have to reduce your speed. By reducing your speed, you have to have a heavier and slower tank. The best tank to take for Ice Age is a Tog if you have it. Try to take a Tog. And I'll tell you why. If you take a Tog, it will go so slow that it will be easy to control. Now, this is normally not an ice snowboard. This was converted to Ice Age. So, this is the one with the hill in the background over here, and the field over here. Now, we are second from top, so we're going to take the hill. Now, don't forget, we're on Ice Age. Going up that hill is not going to be easy. We're going to be skidding. We're going to be sliding down the hill. Now, I stopped, but I kept sliding. So look, I'm not even turning, I'm sliding. See? Sliding downhill, so I have to change my strategy. I'm trying to stay hidden, but it's hard. It's hard to be sliding all over the place. Hello. Christ in heaven. Yeah, I know. I was spotted. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 seconds, then move. Jesus, that's skidding all over the place. I am officially not moving from this spot. Christ in heaven, they're dangerous. Did they come down the hill? Fuck. Yep, they were starting to come down the hill. Ice Age is not easy. I'm telling you guys right now. It is not an easy mode. You have to remember, the game mechanics are completely different. The game mechanics for mobility have changed, so you have to get used to it. You have to play a tank you're exceptional with, and then roll with that. A tank you are absolutely outstanding with, you play that on Ice Age. If you don't own it, buy it and play it on Ice Age. Only use tanks you're good with on Ice Age. Alright, now what we're going to do is I'm going to play a different heavy tank. And we're going to see if that makes a big difference. Let me see. How about... How about this one? Okay, we have IS-7. We're going to try that one out. Let's give it a shot. We're going to try it. We're going to see how it goes. We're going to give it a shot. Now remember, we're playing a heavy tank. Heavy tanks have weight. Weight. Now when you're dealing with ice and snow, weight distribution has to be spread out. So for example, if you have a T-28 tank destroyer, you know that really big tank with the 4 treads, you might want to take that. Because the T-28 is extremely wide and has 4 treads. That would be significantly better as far as traction goes. So you would have less skidding with a T-28. Also, it doesn't go that fast. Okay, this is Malkinova. Malkinova is a really old board. But in wintertime, it doesn't look the same. I will tell you guys one thing. We're on the opposite side. Now, when you start Malkinova, if you're on the south side, the mountain is to your left. If you're on the south side, the mountain is to your right. We're on the opposite side. We're on the red team right now. We're technically the green team, but we're on their red team. We're on the opposite side of Malkinova, so we need to make sure we're a heavy tank, we're mid to upper tier, we need to make sure we're going up the hill. Which means we're going this way. Those goddamn Ares 90s, I can't stand those goddamn things. They need to nerf those bastards.
Yeah, sure, we're not in a hurry here.
Those goddamn tanks, I can't stand those things.
That's it, all damage fixed.
Those Ares 90s tanks, I can't stand those things. They're horrible. They throw out 15 shells a minute. I guarantee you, people are chucking gold rounds out like a madman. Now, trying to avoid an Ares 90 is impossible with a heavy tank. That means you have to go out of your way just to make sure they don't spot you. I should have been up there by now. Now what I'd like to know is, are they including the random events in these special things? Are the random events included? That's what I'd like to know. So far, I haven't seen one. But that is a good question for them. Are random events included in the special events? Or are they not included? There we go. See, we're skid. And of course, we knocked over a tree. Wonderful.
Yeah, sure, we're not in a hurry here. They damaged the ammo rack.
Oh,
Cut, that wasn't my best take.
me. I didn't even see him. I passed right by him and I didn't see him. That's because I'm on the opposite side. I've never been on the opposite side. I've been playing this game for 14 years and I've never been placed on this side. So, I don't know. When I'm not familiar with the level from that side, it's hard. It's hard to seriously play a game when you're not familiar with the level from that side. Plus, the mechanics, the game mechanics of the mobility make it even harder to function. Luckily, I'm smart enough to take a heavy tank. But still, that doesn't help any. Okay. Now we're going to move over to a light tank. And we're going to see how a light tank moves. We'll see how a light tank works with us now. Okay, let's do this. Snowballs. Now, when you're playing snowballs, try to load HE ammo at all times. I know it makes no sense. Try to remember. I forget all the time. When you're playing snowballs, try to load HE ammo if you can. Okay, if you can remember that, that'd be great. That'll make your life a lot easier. Before you even start, make sure HE is ready to load. Do not load anything else. That might, because snowballs spread out and explode. Snowballs kind of like spread out. That's what an HE shell does. Okay, now we are on the south side, not the north side, which means the hill is to our left. Right there. Now, we're a light tank. We're not supposed to go hill. So we're going to go this way. This is not something I usually do, but I usually don't play light tanks either. So, when you're going this way, when you're going this way, remember one thing. Either go down the way of the bushes, and once in a while, park in a bush. Look, then move forward. Then park. Look. Move forward. Be careful. Do not knock over trees. Stay out of sight. Be careful of the trees. Be careful of the fences. Try not to let anybody see you. You're in a light tank. A very small light tank. Lightly armored. You won't last more than one hit. If you do, you're lucky. Okay, we see someone right here. Right here, guys. Right here. See that? Is my gun not working? Okay. There we have it. A light tank and snowballs. Perfect. When you're playing snowballs, try to play as light as possible. Because, why? Because you have to play HE ammo only. And HE ammo works better on light tanks than it does anything else. even though the ammo is smaller, it works better. I don't know why, but that's just the way things go. Okay. In suitable mode. Okay, now we're going to try playing a medium tank. We're going to cross our fingers that this is going to work. Hold on. I really should do these videos. I really should do these videos during the day because my brain at night is really not good. My brain at night is not appropriate. It doesn't work. So, now we're going to try snowballs again, except with medium tank. Again, tier 10. So, we're going to try this and see if it works. And then we're going to try a heavy tank. It's all about trajectory. The trajectory of a shell goes straight. The trajectory of a snowball is kind of like the arc of a artillery. This is the reason why artillery is not allowed in snowballs, because the shells on snowballs do this. When you're firing a shell from an artillery gun, it goes like this. When you're firing a shell out of a normal tank during normal mode, it goes straight. So artillery shells arc. When you're playing snowballs, that shot too will arc. Which is one of the reasons why you want to load HE. Because you're loading HE shells and you're hitting upper armor. Upper armor. Let me give you an example. Upper armor. Let's say you have only HE shells left, right? Let's say you're playing snowballs and you only load HE shells. You don't have anything else. You aim right for here. That shot is not going to hit here. That shot is going to lob. So if it lobs, it's going to go aim for here, but it's going to go up and it's going to hit upper armor. So instead of going here, it's going to go either here or here. It's going to go somewhere on the top. Hopefully on the top of the hull. The top of the hull is going to do the most damage. So in a way, when you're aiming at snowballs, you're going to want to aim for right here. Because if you do that, the shell will arc and probably hit. Maybe If you're not lucky, it'll hit that. If you are lucky, it will lob over and hit the top. If you want to hit the top of the turret, simply aim for this. Aim for like right here. Or aim for the front of the turret, but down lower. Aim for like here. Actually, let me show you right from the front. Looking at somebody from the front, you want to aim for a sweet spot. You can't see, of course. Try to aim for here. Or here. Because that shot is going to lob. And when that shot lobs, it's going to land right there. When you aim for somewhere over here, the shot will lob and land right there. So when you're playing snowballs, you have to anticipate the shot going like this. No shot in snowballs goes straight ever. It all goes like this. It's kind of like you're playing. It's kind of like you're straight shotting an artillery. If you've ever played artillery in this game, and you've gone out of overhead mode and you go into straight mode, and you've just fired straight at somebody, you've always learned to go slightly up. You'll always learn to go slightly up a little bit to learn, so that you can learn. If they're farther away, you've learned to go up higher, so that this way you know it'll arc. So it'll go longer distances. So if you're looking straight, if somebody's coming straight at you and they're close, what you want to do is you want to aim for a little bit above, a tad bit above the spot you want to aim for. So whenever you're aiming in snowballs, try to aim for the spot. Try to aim for the spot slightly above, so that this way the shot will go higher than that spot. So whatever you aim for, it will not hit that spot. It will hit slightly above it. So if you aim for here, it'll aim for here. If you aim for here, it'll aim down here because it'll have to go down. If you aim for here, it'll go right here. If you aim for here, it'll go right here. See what I'm talking about? Snowballs, when you aim, you aim for here, the shot actually lands right here. Why? Because the shot has to arc. And depending on how far away you are, it either hits directly. If you're closer, it's not going to hit right away. If you're closer, it's going to land higher. If you're going long distances, aim directly on, make sure the circle is as tight as possible. Then fire, it'll hit your target directly. Now, the farther out the reticule is, the higher the arc, and the more the shot will go off target. That's the way snowballs works. That's the way I'm assuming it works, of course. So, although it is kind of weird, it does make sense in a way. Again, only use HE shots. Only use HE shots because they spread. They spread And remember, you're throwing snowballs. You want something to spread. Because the armor has been readjusted for snowballs. Make sure you load HE. Of course, I'm below medium. Of course, you're below here. You're always here. If you're, excuse me, if you're below that mark, load HE. If you're above that mark, you could load AP. Gold rounds, do whatever you want. I don't like using gold rounds. You can do whatever you want. But I personally do not like using gold rounds. So, that's it. Not everybody uses gold rounds. Not everybody wants to use gold rounds. Personally, I can't stand them. I don't like them because they cost too much money. So far, not spotted. That's good news. Okay, let's try to spot. Try to zoom in and spot. If we don't see anybody, we can move up, find the spot we can move up to. We're going to move up into there, and we're going to try and spot again. We might get spotted here. But then again, we might not. So, I don't see anybody. Wow, nobody went that way? Why? You mean the entire side's wide open? Snowball fight. And that is snowballs. The trajectory of the shots are significantly different. So you have to be careful. Be extremely cautious. The trajectory of your shots will arc, not go straight. So naturally, you want to make sure that you're loading HE armor because there's a pretty decent chance of you actually hitting the top armor. If you aim your shots just right, according to the arc, you might just be able to hit. You might be able to hit the upper plates. So basically, what you're mainly trying to do is we're on the same level we were before. Okay. Duh. Here I am trying to guess what level we're on. Meanwhile, on the same level we were before. And we're upper mid. So we're going hill. Upper mid goes hill. Low level. We're heading to field. Bottom of the barrel, you're either scouting, either on scouting duty, or you're on defense. It's either or. Here we go. Okay, that's game. Again, HE shells on snowballs. Never use anything with HE on snowballs. Why? I don't know. It's just something I got used to. See, now there's more medium tanks. See, remember I told you guys play medium tanks? This is why. Everybody else is playing medium tanks. Because when you're playing arcade cabinet, snowballs, and you're playing Ice Age, medium tanks are just better. I don't know why, they just are. Medium tanks are always better when you're playing arcade cabinet. You want to stay away from the really popular tanks when you're playing these games. Stay clear away from the popular ones. Go for all the non-popular tanks. Because all the tanks that are not popular, guarantee you they'll give them a buff temporarily. They'll give them a temporary buff just because. So, just keep that in mind. Okay, we're mid to upper tier, so we're heading up the hill. Going field, I never got used to because I was always placed mid to upper tier. So, I never got used to it. Man, I am buried in snow. Shit. And it's clear to move. So now, if we had somebody, if somebody got in the base, we wouldn't have this problem. We didn't. And my engine was broken. I'm not about to use a repair kit. Okay. We got credits, components, free experience, and we have to use a free and crew XP before it expires. This map, I usually like to play this map a certain way. I'm mid to low tier. So I can either, if I'm mid to low tier, I usually frequently travel, depending on what direction I am. Okay, I'm south. I'm not north. Which means that most of the team is going to go this way. So I'm going to help the majority of the team and go this way. Most of the actual team is going to go in this direction. So we are going to help the masses by going in the same direction. There's no need to push until the team pushes. If the team pushes, you push. Damn artillery, for real? Ah! Goddamn artillery. Son of a bitch. Of course. So the snowballs is different. I will tell you that. It's fun. You have to know what changes were maneuvered in each mode. Each mode is different in its own way. Yes, you're throwing snowballs out of a tank. But the snowballs have a different trajectory. The shells are exactly the same. The only difference is you're throwing those shells in an arcing trajectory. So if you're going to throw something in an arcing trajectory, do you really want to use a penetration shell? Think about this very clearly. If you're throwing something in an arcing trajectory, you want to use something that has a high explosive head, right? So try not to use AP or gold rounds in snowballs at all, period. Only use them in normal mode. There's no point. Okay. Now we're Oh, so we got maybe about 100 more to go. 100,000 more to go. Yeah, we have about 100,000 more to go. So that's not much. That's not bad. We only have 8,000 free experience. 15. If we get gold, if we get 2,800 gold, we'll have 70,000. We'll have almost. If we get that much gold, we'll get that much experience. And remember, I only need 100,000 in order to get the next, in order to unlock the next tank. The last tank, I should say. So, and then there's that. Gold is your best friend. I'm telling you right now, gold is your best friend. So let's see. Ah, somebody's behind me? That sucks. Now, if we have any teammates on the other side, which we don't, they could come around and hit them from behind. But they already have people here, which is a problem. And that's a ball game we lost. It don't surprise me. With my mistakes and everybody else's mistakes, we are bound to lose that one. And I made plenty of them, so it is what it is. the team don't even care that the entire enemy team is marching toward the flag as we speak. You have to pay attention. You have to, when you're playing this game, you have to pay attention to the mini map. The entire enemy team is now marching toward the flag as we speak. And they're doing Jack and his friend to stop it. It just goes to show, you're not paying attention, can't play. I told them when they were good, defend the base. They didn't do it. Now it's way too late. I told them a long time ago before they hit the base. Defend it. Nope, they did not. And we lost. Again. I'm used to this. Every time I play, I lose. So, I'm used to it. What are you gonna do? All you do is play and have fun. Play, have fun. Screw it. Don't want to take a chance? Let him. We got 3 minutes left. Let's jump in the game before the timer ends. When this timer ends, I'm calling the video for the week. So this will be the last game before we end the stream, before we end the video. So okay, this will be the last game of the night. This has been Arcade Cabinet Snowballs and Arcade Cabinet Ice Age. Like I said, I'm not into Ice Age, so I don't play it a lot. The Snowballs I do like. I will play that a lot. But Ice Age I don't like. So it is what it is. This mode is meant to have fun. So you know what? Have fun. That's all that matters. It's a game, guys. Remember that. Don't forget that. This is a game. This is not God. This is a game. What do we do during games? We have fun. If you're not having fun, step away, log off, and come back. If people are being douchebags, put it down, walk away, and come back when the people are not being douchebags. I have 15 years in this game. In the 15 years I've been playing this game, I have learned one thing. If you're not having fun, walk away and come back another day. I have learned only that in 15 years. If you're not having fun, walk away and come back another day. Ice Age is fun for the first 2 games. It gets old after a while. Snowballs, I have fun playing Snowballs. Now why is this guy on a platoon with me? I find it very odd. Probably wants my credit bonus. I get a credit bonus. I instantly get a credit bonus for being 15 years in the game. So for being a veteran, I get a credit bonus. So I guess people want to platoon with me because I want to get that bonus. It's not much of a bonus. It's like 1%. So Come on. I can't even see them. I can't even see I can't even see who's hitting me. My spotting range sucks in this tank. I need to fix that. Because this tank never gets the top tier, so I might as well make it a spotter. This tank usually gets mid to low tier. So I should make this a little easier to spot with. If I can't get any hits, I need to make this thing easier to spot. And harder to see. Let's see how the rest of the team's doing, shall we? Because after this game, we're calling it. While watching the rest of our team die, I would really appreciate if you guys can like and subscribe to the channel. Please comment down below. Please share the video with your friends if you enjoyed it. I would greatly appreciate your input. He pulled his gun out. That gave him a chance to aim right under his gun. Never do this with your gun in point blank range. All somebody has to do is take one shot under the gun, you're done for. That's a very old trick I learned a long time ago. All these dumbass new guys do this. Not realizing that underneath the gun is the weakest armor in the game. But who in their right mind would ever do that? So, it makes sense. Only stupid noobs would do something like that. Keep your gun level. If you have to do this, don't do it for long. If you do, make sure you're hulled down. If you're not hulled down, don't do it, because you won't have anything covering you. If you're hulled down, then you're fine. Okay, here we go. That's the clip of the week right there. If that's not a clip of the week, I don't know what is. That's awesome. That's beautiful. That is a clip of the week right there. I'd have to say that's my favorite clip out of all the games I've seen. That's my favorite right there. Okay. Wait, we're almost ready. We're almost ready to okay. We're almost ready to get to the next level. So, what time is it? Yeah. No, it's going on 2 hours. I want to cut it. So, if you could take this opportunity right now to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you'll know when the videos post and when I go live. And please take your opportunity to share your favorite videos to your friends. I would greatly appreciate all your support. I have very little subscribers and I have very little help and very little money. So I don't get paid for any of this. So I can use your help. Thank you very much in advance. I really appreciate you. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful weekend, guys.